Hey, welcome to Tyranny. We are reading this talent point shit. Companion for the tears. Oh, yes. Okay, so I think good move. You are almost to your destination once we clear the base of the enemy. Just head south down the foothills. From there, should be a matter of hours to the encampment. This seems like a suicide mission, not to ventral guard what to do. The landlord throne of famous defenders of the central region of the thousand
Sorry, can't.
Outside blocks the path here you can squeeze through. I got between the stones.
Right.
I'm not dead yet.
On it. Sorry, can't.
Okay, what is clicking so much annoying in this game?
On it. Right. I got it. Yes.
Don't bother with me, go down to the bus, Rastos. The soil clutches his cat and whistles. You can see a hint of stripes between his fingers. You are wounded, and it's not trivial. He laughs through clenched teeth. This, but scratch, I have seen twice as worse, 10 times over. If you will let me help, keep all your guts in. I said I'm fine, so no chicks in conversation. Let's go. They call. Okay, the camera is kinda annoying. Oh shit, they killed.
Try and catch me, worm.
A young Scarlet are the elite fighters of the Scarlet Court. Waves around. The Vandarian guard attackers are holding their weapons, but through the grey, she nods to acknowledge you. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. This one's crazy, too much. Lead her in the water. Too much leading her with the water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Ha! Fate finder.
You are here,
Here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery.
Trouble is afoot.
Where did my abilities go? Oh. combat is kind of annoying, you know?
Hope you fancy red. Not happy. They never had a chance. Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent. I'm versed, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish, unfolding with the bus below, shaking her head. Let's see what they do.
My guess? The Vendrian Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That or they're really, really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall. A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control. The voices of Narat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets. Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching. No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Narat!
How do I change inventory? Yes. Okay, nice. Let's go.
I'm the boss now, you hear?
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Oh, here. Yes. Oh shit. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vandenikag warriors rose with his folks held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside, or your funeral will be over this side of the bluff. See you squarely in his path, the solemn bones his weapon in your way. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. There is no escape, and for oathbreakers, no surrender. Not a chance. If I surrender, I am as good as dead. At least we can drag some of Kiro's chosen along our short journey to the void. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanted crisis from the south drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcement, hurry! Did we get help or what? Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcement from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble. The ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with the crimson stones. Signaling signals of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribe a series of spells into the air. Ridley surrounds the Vendorian guards, warriors, as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold position, all of you. You there. Keep the path. No, don't engage them. We need to run. As a capable warrior, skilled in both melee and ranged combat, as you acquire companions, you will need to balance their strength against the strength of your character. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, nice. Let's activate AI. AI. Fan party.
I see as the arrow flies. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Nice. Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. What? Which commander? I am the commander now, bitch.
On the lookout.
I'm on it.
Stow your bourbons! Or we found out how long a man screams before hitting the raven down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and the band of angry soldiers, the other breakers will soldiers figured observe my fulfillment. Skewer him, worry not for me. Graven ash will protect me. His The disfigured officer once his blood sweeping over the same stage crosses. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? It's a blade. If you are so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Release the prisoner, do you might know the inside of a cell. I don't think he will agree. You have gained heroes called the course you will gain. That's right, now the rest of you drop your weapons with his attention to the other warriors. He reaches out with his double slurs, Tyranny's right in his wrist. With a wrenchful twist, you manage his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfigured warriors rush forward from either side of you. Hero barely manages to train grasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. Sad reaction. Kyros be praised, the Oathbreakers fought with the rage of Crane himself. Thank you, Fate Bandar. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the bus maybe one might take it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of this. Examine the parchment. No need. Don't need to further talk. Just examine the shit. Repeating the same message in a different written scripts. The parchment explained the Verdian Guard desire to overthrow Kyros Archons and wrote their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Fenderian Wells. Recruitment material. They were trying to promote troops to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them. Whatever they hope to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you are ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trails downslope for a few hours and you will see campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Okay.
Can't do that.
Give me some loot. Fate Bandar, what an honor to have one of Tono's court visit our humble hallfest. Need supplies? Bursting with energy, the murder slams her palm down on the top of crate. If so, you have come to the right place. So what will it be today? Let's see what you have. Okay, I have no money. Let's sell my shitty stuff. Wait. Wait. Bronze phalanx. Let's find bronze hammer. Okay,
Can't do that.
let's see what's in here. For all the broken section, there's a rope. Okay.
Curious.
Weird. Potion of invisibility. Nice.
Can't do that. Sorry, can't.
Let's see this. What's going on? This prisoner says his name is Tarkis Demos. Then I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family been driving force and the Verdunian guard. Killing him should demoralize whatever left on Tarkis clan. All must be given a chance to find absolution in service to the sacred Scarlet Chorus. And you know full well has always been our way. He has a chance to be a slave or soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. We would let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out in the patrol and they never return, defecting all over again. I can't let this nonsense stretch continue. I mean, he is right. Like, what the fuck? Sending them on a patrol and they never come back. Let's hear what the Fate Panda has to say. My mates in the Planchunter Guild tell me you were most supportive of our claims to the scrolls of Vellum Citadel. Surely you understand that the Sacred Chorus is wise enough not to squander any advantages you take from the enemy. I mean, I don't know, man. Execute the Oathbreaker. One chance to surrender is enough. Yep, one chance to surrender is enough, I mean. The Tyranians can be trusted rakes, thieves, and whores, nothing more. We were far too merciful the first time. Have this one tied up. His and his friends can watch each other rot in the sun. I won't keep you here an Olgan Fed Binder. I know you have brought up Mistress in the valley. For the glory of Kiros. For the glory of Kiros, my friend. For the glory of Kiros. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Red Guy. Boom, 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 boom. I don't buy the last. Where do we go? Oh wait, I think this is the way. Yeah, here.
Can't do that.
Oh no?
Can't do that. Sorry, can't.
Why the fuck I can't now? Wait, where am I supposed to go?
Can't do that.
Okay, yeah, I think yes, here. This favored camp. It will take you 2 hours to complete the journey from the new race. Okay. take what you can carry, but leave the cart, otherwise we seize and you and your wares. Hell, Fate Binder, his favorite scout, notices your approach. Comes on up, don't mind us, just clearing out the rubble. I still don't understand what I have done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I am happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she is going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I am not allowed to trade one thing for another. It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of sorts. You are on disfavored lands. These warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful they are even listening to you speak. I mean, he is right. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, you'll go for a forfeit. Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for this thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe merge your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before to none. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your worst first. This should make the long trek a bit more bearable. Anything to be argued before Tona may be argued before me. You had best start making very strong argument as to why I should help you. Hmm. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel, and if the Fiendbinder wishes to wait and on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. This is its favorite matter, but I know the agents of the court. Those all have to throw their judgment around. Hmm. Oh, shit. Wait. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grows or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing droughts. Certainly, any army will need those. If the disfavored have reason to question this item, I should trust their judgment. But he has no permits. You are allowing the slowborn rich to profit when he should toil like any other conducted tearsman. Feed Bander, it is your right to settle disputes when we lock horns with the chorus, but you have no authority on this matter. But I have the authority to write him a trade permit, trust me. He will be of use to this legion. The disfavored will tolerate your business, but you will pay them handsomely for such charity. Leave this card as a gift for graven ash. They'll leave and never come back. We will. We will. It sickens me to make expectation for this project, but if you will supply that is favored without profit, perhaps this indiscretion is for the best. It's not like our larders are overflowing. A work slave to scourge provisions would be an asset. Thank you for interceding on my behalf. I know my life will now depend on showing this favor due gratitude for suffering my presence. If I must grovel a bit to earn my daily grain, so be it. Yeah, bro, like what the fuck they walking around? I mean, let's see what does he have for trade. Well, I'm in a deep swing by soon. I just need to get my wares in order. I'll be right for business. Okay. Well, both we got towards Arcane speaker. But I need to ask you something first. The voices of Nerat told me that you have come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I am only hearing half the story, so let's have it out. What's so special about you? Only that I could find you in Agent Goodness. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You are the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stinks of the Tyranny River. Just a feeling I got. When the Archeon are together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. I can't help but think there's no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. I have been with the Sacred Chorus since the early days of the conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few now. Gee about those two, like a bear of stone moving to collide. I heard that Graven Ash and the voices of Mirat share some bad blood in the Northern Empire, but I don't know any of this particular. This sounds like exactly the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. I don't envy you. The task of getting them to cooperate would sound about as easy as teaching a tornado to heal. At least you sound like you know what you are doing. Hey, do not let me hold you back. I'm sure whatever you are here to do is important enough that you don't need me stepping in your bed. The war tent is just past the center of the camp. One last thing, be careful around these favored types. They take their work seriously and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Oh shit, not this way. This way. Who do we have here? Step closer and present yourself. Well, look at you. Our great sketcher from the court is still one of these. The guard bounds his chest and lays, welcome to his favorite camp. Always happy to have an honored ally pay a visit. Just salute. That he does. Just like lay with them. Hell to you, guardian of the law. If you have a few excess strings weighting you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the deceivers suffer a merchant in the camp, that must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Take a look and see if something interests you. In Kiros' wisdom, my record must have been in a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manner of goods, most importantly arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kiros. I try not to congratulate myself on my good fortune, since it's by the wisdom and mercy of Tonon that I make a profit. Perhaps we are not so different in that respect. If I wasn't following the rear guard, bidding my wares, my niece Rona and I would no doubt be caretakers of a beautiful market stall, shouting above the rabble to make ourselves known to the lords and ladies of Pastor City. Of course, Fade Mandan, don't let me inconvenience you for a moment. His supplies are all perfectly ordinary. You see nothing out of place or unauthorized. Everything seems to be in order here. Smell like. I'm glad to hear there isn't a temptation in the world that would steal me from the good favor of Tunon. You have the same shit. I don't know what I do with those stuff, man. I am Lucia. This is Marcus, the disfavored soldier, bones to the armored man next to her. And you must be the Fate Bounder. From under her helmet you hear an audible scoff. We have been assigned to babies. Assigned to your hospitality. While you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparation. What can we do for you? Do you always stand at ease in the presence of a higher officer? Marcus, tell me. Lucia, tell me. Marcus, not sure there's much to tell you. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign. And you are, and I am proud to be with the Legion. I was wanted at the gates of judgment, but the Graven Ash protection made me good. I owe my life to him. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the god? You really shouldn't boast about the filthy tearsman besting you in battle. You are just bitter that Lord Ash never seemed to notice you. In all seriousness, I would take that spear again if it brought honor to this favored. Kiros knows we could use it. We are the elite fighters of the Northern Army, but somehow we still lack the Overlord's confidence. I do this. And I do this. Ignore my sarcasm. I have seen the Legion through my share of this campaign. After so much bloodshed, our brightness of honor can wear me down. The North is my home, and I consider each and every one of ironclad bastards come to be my family. You won't find another army where each member of the phalanx is beloved and cherished as the next. No, sir. Is this I wasn't part of the chain of command. Do we report to the Faint Panda now? I heard Air Marshal say that the two non-agents can't intercede if there is a dispute. That sounds pretty authoritative to me. I'm not so proud that I won't strike a pose, if only to keep up appearances. That hardly satisfies my question, so I take that as a scandal, so be it. In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of the earth. Unlike the chorus, there's tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. There are not many of us, but it's better that way. We are tightly knit family bound together by trust and glory. Continue. Accurate enough. After seeing the disunity and the breaking of the younger realm defenders, I feel lucky to be the most agreeable legion to Kairos host, even if we are not always the most efficient. Sweet banger. 100, 200 weapons. Finally, someone to break on this monster siege. Dodge athletics. Okay, nice. Glory to the voices of Nerat. Fate Pandor, Nestorcia, I presume. I am Peter Quib. I am here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Reporting to the Iron Hag is an insult. She fought one duel for her title. One, her leadership must be continuously proven, earned and defended. Weakness should be played to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. My assignment here is also an insult, but one I will bear for the good of Chorus. If only to see my own eyes the failure that is favored, what will be fine day? That will be a fine day. What can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? The chorus is the future of the tears. I feel only derision and pity for those who fear our inevitable ascension. What in particular would you like to know? He is Supreme Commander and Public Servant, he who sets us free, but directs all. The voices of Nerat is the epitome of what each of us can be, a magician without equal and the leader of uncountable numbers. The voices and the chorus are one, conquering, expanding, growing, changes always stronger. The doctrine of strength speak to me, and I answered his call, as did some of my arcane peers. I took to the chorus almost instantly. Unlike most, I cried not for the life of comfort lost to me. My magic invokes fear and terror, and I easily established my dominance over a pack in my early days in the chorus. If you are so curious about it all, perhaps you should visit our camp and see for yourself. I am a blood chanter. My magic can turn the will of men and the tide of battle. I have held command for 3 years now. Though being forced to keep an eye on the disfavored is not the reward I had envisioned for my service thus far. Peter equivalent several times this call says nothing.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Okay, where should we go? Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch. Don't get me wrong, it can take a beating and get back into shape, unlike the stubborn iron we have here. And we always have plenty of tin and copper laying around, so supplies are not a problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. We are garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with the bronze. They call me disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron, the good stuff that comes from the smithies in Lithian's Crossing. You mentioned an iron shortage. I am afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Tyranny went missing near Ekrol Crossing, and I am afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. Forge bound iron is Tony's responsibility? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Graven Ashes doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendorian guard. Base case scenario, the iron trampled off a boat and is resting on a riverbed. Worst case, it's end up in enemy hands. So I suppose I can keep an out. I appreciate that, as that the great general, more than you might guess. Maybe he is not quick to offer his thanks to the outsiders, but I know he will be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. You can trust me to handle this. I knew that Tuna wouldn't have dispatched you without good reason. The cult isn't exactly not for gambling when the stakes are high. Oh man, I can't fucking read anymore. I'm too fucking tired. Good hunting. Continue. Hmm.
Sorry, can't. Can't do that.
Okay, where the fuck should I go then?
Sorry, can't. Sorry, can't.
Hey, over there.
There's
Holy
4
shit, what the
reports
fuck
of
are these?
avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I am here to proclaim Kiro's edict. The valley was sealed in preparation for this moment. Governor Nestor C, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lord's tempers runs high of late.
Welcome, Firestarter. We have been eagerly anticipating your arrival. Perchance you bring another of Kairos' edicts to savage the enemy? My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all. Modesty is your prerogative, but know that cooperation and goodwill have been rarities of late. You do your Lord Tunon a great honor by aiding your cousins in the disfavored.
No, don't mind us while you trade your gushing praise. We're sure the Fatebinder has come because our company lacks in small talk.
It seemed only yesterday you were proving your worth in battle, assisting my warriors in the siege of the Bastard City. Now Kairos has chosen you for a 2nd time to proclaim an edict. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers?
The Overlord's loyal servant must hold Ascension Hall by Kiro's Day of Swords, or all in the valley shall perish. Seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kiro's edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is claimed by Kiro's Day of Swords. In honor of your incompetence and misery, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall. Day of Swords and Day of Swords. What is Day of Swords?
us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? A baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Fatebinder is right. We're acting not as leaders, but as children. I've no time for your foolish japes and petty taunts. We should focus on the objective at hand, and that is taking the Mittani River, and then advancing to Ascension Hall and ending this edict.
My lord, Barak and his band have been drilled on the Ecole assault plan. The Crescent runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movement along the river. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If this favorite can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
Why I sense him being sarcastic in that?
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I am short few scouts, short few soldiers, short few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of skilled outsider. I would be honored to help. And what of the sacred Scarlet Chorus? How will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained sizable force outside the Citadel. We know the chorus manpower to score the region, otherwise the Oathbreakers will attack at our heels once we cross the Mittani. You have gained the favor with the disfavored. I will be at the training ground studying this order. Find me there when you are ready. She pauses, clearing her throat, and though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in the rat's nest they call a camp. Dewey, seek him out if you must. Okay guys, that's enough for this episode. Thank you for watching and goodbye.